Hello and welcome to Cindy's Artistic World. Let's go out in my mighty little garden where you'll see my bucket and my knee pads because weeding is a constant. It's always a constant, but this is really about looking back to last February. These are photos from last February. And I had a great, which I called a plethora of lettuce, sprouted. I let my lettuce go to bolt every year, so I always have tons of lettuce growing in my garden everywhere. Arugula, the same thing. Here you found it just sprouting up on its own in the rocks. Anyway, looking back, I really enjoyed my rain barrel experiment so much they've moved. I always love my flowers in the garden. And I remember last February and last March thinking how beautiful the garden was. So sad it was going to be, one of the best, I thought. And then we went from cool weather to extremely hot. So hot, I just didn't play out in my mighty little garden. But that's how it is sometimes. I don't know what this year is going to bring. But the February results so far in my mighty little garden surpassed this one. And you'll see that video shortly. Thanks for watching. Here's a little more on...
So there is a thing called happy clover and there is a thing called yuppie clover, at least in my book. If it makes me happy when I look at it, it looks like that one right there. If not, it's most of the rest of this other stuff, and when in doubt, just take it all out. So I've taken out the dichondra and any weeds down this bed. Hi, baby. How you doing? You coming around again? See you next time. I'm clearing out all the clover because I just don't want it. I don't want to deal with, there's some happy and some bad. But look at this plethora. And that's what I'm calling it, my plethora. I call it point lettuce. It's one of my favorite lettuces. So I'm going to use the back side of the bed this time and put some in there for some additional, but I have so much of it over there on the rocks. If you look at that, I harvested a whole bunch. Let me see if I can get in there. Was arugula. I'm pulling mostly arugula because it'll just go to seed mostly right now when it gets warm. Let me just put this in. So my rain barrels that I cut in half are doing quite well. I have a full garden. Some people like to have all their lettuce at one time. I like it in different batches. I do have some loose leaf, but you can see how beautiful these point lettuce are. Anyway, and then I've taken some of the point lettuce from the garden and put into pots to give away because I have so much of it.
Thank you so very much for being a part of Cindy's Artistic World today. Please give us a like, follow, or subscribe.